Hey there, everybody. I hope that you are all doing great on this first day of spring, also called a snow day. We are getting pounded here. I know that the whole country is expecting some wild weather, so I hope wherever you are having a peaceful, good, warm, productive day. I have 2 new journals to go into the shop this morning. These are both fabrics that we're kind of revisiting. This has been a really favorite fabric, and I do love anything that is oceanic or, you know, has to do with the beach or summer or anything like that. So this is our Seaturtle journal. Lots of hairy paper clips, lots of fibers for you guys to play with. It's so big, I cannot get it in frame. It is 6.5 by 8.5. The spine is 2 3/4. It's finished with blue and green glass beads, and I just kind of really do like the way that the spine turned out on this book. I'm really hoping that I can get everything in frame. I'm trying. I can't, my little boom microphone stand tablet holder thingy won't operate any higher than this, so you know, just stay tuned for photos. I put photos at the beginning of the video anyway. So let's take a look inside. The closure is one of those super cool seashells. It looks like the inside of the seashell looks like a spiral staircase, and I don't know what seashell that is. I should have researched that before I turned the camera on, but I didn't. Let's take a look at this big journal. Of course, it's so big, y'all, I cannot ship it in an envelope. This will need to be shipped in a priority mail box, and usually those start at $13.85. But yeah, she's did I mention she's big? She's big. We're starting off with a splash of color, a little card that says hi. I got this in some mail and just thought it was so pretty. And also there was a sweet note inside, and I think, you know, I like to pass along the sweetness and happiness. We have our story pocket right here with your storybook. Your storybook is purple and has purple stars on it. I really do like that. This is some inky paper that I've been doing. I was just blessed with a jelly plate, so I cannot wait until the weather warms up and I can get downstairs to play with my new toy. I'm so excited. I have some double pockets built into this first signature. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. This little guy says just for you, and he's kind of left over from Valentine's. But you know, any day is a good time for Valentine's, because Valentine's reminds us of the ones we love and reminds us to love everyone else as well. This book is just chock full of fun papers, some graphic 45 papers that I was blessed with this past week. Those are beautiful, beautiful papers. I love to kind of take a little look at the holidays. Of course, this is Halloween. I like putting journaling cards in these books for you guys. Maybe you can journal about your favorite Halloween or your favorite costume, you know, to wear now that you're a big girl, a big adult girl or guy. You know, what's your favorite way to dress up? Do you like to, you know, do you like to be a monster? Do you like to be a princess? It's a nice way to journal out some feelings about that. Of course, here's a little card about journaling about Christmas. Do you love it? Do you not like it? Is it a thumbs up? Is it a thumbs down? Because I recently learned that that goes both ways. So, you know, just a way for you to kind of do some gentle writing and talk about how you feel about the holidays. I love this poem. Sweet May hath come to love us. Flowers, trees, their blossoms dawn, and through the blue heavens above us, the very clouds move on. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for May. I hope it's not snowing in May. I work for a farm and we've got 3 festivals in May, and I'm like, oh my Lord. This is from the Farmer's Almanac, Peculiar Laws That Explain Everything. I like for this first signature to be about color and fun and making things. I love these illustrations. So whether you read the article or just use the illustrations or just use the paper, the Farmer's Almanac paper is kind of this kind of old newspaper-ish kind of feel to it, and that is really, really neat. Just some really funny, funny little tidbits in here. Frosts and growing seasons, a little bit about gardening. This was from the special 200th edition of the Farmer's Almanac. It has a collection, a look back, ahead, and in between, direct from the pages of the Farmer's Almanac. Endless wisdom. Economics, sorry. This is a letter in the London Times, a reprint from 1870, talking about the wonders of the night air. And I think that illustration is just really, really beautiful. Kind of reminds me of Romeo and Juliet, you know, the balcony scene in Romeo and Juliet. This is a package of things for you to play with right here. I'm putting fabric scraps in these little pockets now, so just kind of be on the lookout for some little triangle shaped fiber samples for you to play with. You can decoupage with them. A flocked card. You guys know how much I love flocking. When I was a little girl, I had a blue dress, and I wore the blue dress. My auntie was nominated for Homecoming Queen, and that was when I was 6, so that was 1964. My mama made me, or maybe my grandmama made me, a blue dress, and it was a velvet blue dress, had smocking on it, and the collar was like an offset blue velvet, and I rubbed the collar. I probably rubbed the velvet right off that collar. It was one of the most exquisite, beautiful things I've ever owned in my life. And I also got a bracelet when I presented my auntie with the homecoming crown. I got this bracelet, and it is an ID bracelet and says Tammy on it. This is a super cool frame, y'all. A resist piece and some tickets with a little mouse that says hello. This is a pocket in itself. It's a duck, and I've put some goodies in there for you to play with because I think it's important in this first signature to get to playing. You know, get to playing. There's plenty of stuff in here for you to do. This is a vintage Get Well greeting card. This is just the front, of course, but it had these funny little fish on it, and I thought that the fish went really well with the sea turtle theme of the book. Life is made of moments like these, and I think that the colors in this are just beautiful. Remember, you have lots of washi tape to play with. This is one of my favorite washi tapes right now. It says hello, and it's kind of like a tie-dyed washi tape. My art angel sent that to me. She sent me a bundle of yarn and washi tape. This is what the yarn looks like over here. And washi tape that kind of matched the yarn, and I couldn't take it off my desk. I just left it on my desk for the longest time because it was all so pretty, like all put together like that. She is an exceptional curator. She curates all of our covers. She's really amazing. Some shiny yellow stars to cheer you up on this snowy day. A bluebird of happiness along with some sweet tissue paper. I love this tissue paper, and you know there are so many things you can do with tissue paper. You can use it for decoupage. Cat Hand has this technique where you stamp images on tissue paper, and then she has this really unique way of you stamp the image, and then you take a paintbrush and kind of go around the image, and it makes it a lot easier for you to remove from the tissue paper. So always check out Cat Hand. Cat Hand Mixed Media Morsels. She always has something cool going on over there. We have some birdies here for you, and these are, I believe that these are, gosh, I have these in my yard. They're thorn nettles. Thorn crown of thorns. I'm not sure what those bushes are called, but they are super thorny because when you're cutting the grass and you have your hair in a ponytail, it will grab your ponytail and literally jerk your scalp off. Okay, a little bit about the common crow. I've built in some pockets for you, so you have some little mini tags to play with, some very pretty paper, tickets with flowers, and then we come to our bunnies, y'all. We've got a bunny over here. You know, it's Easter. It's going to be spring. I know that it's hard to believe right now, but it really will be spring. I love these napkins. I think they are so pretty, and I can just see that decoupaged on a, you know, on a bottle. I mean, that would be so pretty, just decoupaged like on a gypsy jar, something like that. A pocket full of posies for you to play with. ATCs for you to play with. Maybe you want to use some decoupage on an ATC. That would be very pretty. I just love rabbits. I haven't seen my rabbit yet, but of course it's been super cold here. No rabbits yet. More birds for you. I love birds. To me, they signify freedom and flying. I like anything with wings. Don't we all, though? Look at that. That's such a pretty butterfly. And this is a sticker. I hope that's not too shiny. It's a stickopotamus page from a sticker pack, and it is it's so cool because it's chocolate Easter eggs, and you know, and someone's taken the top off the chocolate Easter eggs. It took me a minute to realize what those were. I thought they were pineapples, but then I didn't have my glasses on, so I really couldn't see it. We all love Once Upon a Time. This is the little graphic 45 picture of Rapunzel. Family always starts because two people fell in love. And this is a little signature about family and what families do. I have a pretty little daisy strand for you. Remember the Kool-Aid guy? I have some Kool-Aid sticky notes for you right here. Oh, the places you'll go. I used to love that book by Dr. Seuss. We've got some awesome duotone typing paper for you. What are things that you're never going to do, and what are the things that you can do now? I thought these two sticky notes really went very nicely with this paper. And remember, y'all, this is a lot of paper. So you can make cards, you can make ATCs, you can do whatever you want. This was kind of a ode to family. The mommies planned the whole week. You know, I remember having a calendar on my fridge when my kids were little, you know, and soccer games and music lessons and this and that. They were always up to something. Golf. They are huge golfers. And both are just remarkable golfers. They really are. A little geography lesson for you about Antarctica. And, you know, report card day. That was always an exciting day. My children were excellent in school, always did a good job. It was kind of hard to make them do their homework, but other than that, they were wonderful students. I sure am grateful for that. This is a 1972 Harcourt Brace Teacher's Manual for Mathematics. I've got a couple pages in here for you. And who doesn't like a gold star? Remember the chore charts that I used to have on the fridge where, you know, you take out the trash and you get gold stars, and clean your room and you get a gold star. And oh, gosh, those days are gone, y'all. My kids are 30, be 32 and 39 this year. Good grief. Wow. Treasure those days. They really go very, very quickly. This is a science lesson about the supermoon. This is from the Farmer's Almanac. I love this because it's a little bit about the supermoon. It's a little bit about astronomy. It explains the orbit of the moon, the apogee, the full moon, and where the Earth is in relation to the orbit of the moon. Astronomy, bright stars. I just think it's just a really fun I love a farmer's almanac. It's a really fun look at things. When the kids are at school, mom's at work. I used to work in offices when the kids were little, so I am familiar with this office ephemera. And to tell you the truth, I just really loved it because it was paper. And even then, I loved paper. This is some cross-section book. I never did calculations at work, but I did do calculations actually when I worked for a newspaper, and I had to tell the press room how many newspapers to run. So I did do calculations, but not on a piece of paper. I actually had a calculator, which some of you may be surprised at because you know how much I dislike math. But math was a big part of my life for a long time. Some puffy stickers for you, a little bit about the season. We could use all this now because we have snow today. And of course, y'all, you will be shocked if you have little ones how quickly they grow up and graduate high school. And I know that we do have high school graduation coming up this year and college graduation in a few months. So maybe this might be a little handy sticker sheet for you to make some nice cards with. This is a 1972 flash card from Harcourt Brace. It says Galaxy. A little happy for you right here. A lovely, lovely photograph of, not a photograph, but a graphic 45 print of some flowers. Lord, we need some flowers right now. I'm looking at this and I can see snow out here in this 1983 Country Living magazine. I love the exposed beams. I love the copper pots. So no matter where you live, you know, if it's in the country, if it's in the, you know, if you're very elegant and you have a library in your home, you might have some plants. I love this bunya bunya plant. I think these are from 1977. I like looking at 1983, 1977, and 1988 Colonial Living magazine. You know how much I love my coffee and my tea and teapots and teapot and coffee tea cups and coffee cups. So we always have to have a little nod to coffee in here. And these are, I gotta show you this. I love these little elements here. Oh, I'm gonna have to wait. These are some coffee elements and coffee quotes. This is from the 1962 Family Living magazine. It is for oyster stew, Hilton's oyster stew. It's delicious and nutritious. These are ways to use a canned fruit cocktail to make some desserts. This is the very last of my Great American Recipes, and I think this is from 1977 as 1987. I can't remember, and I think that I had to cut the bottom of this one off. It's from the 80s. And this is a sweet little lady from the 1962 Family Circle magazine. Of course, this magazine is going to go really quick. This is an advertisement for Pond's Angel Face Cream. And I have some fashion in here for you. I really do love working with pattern paper. It's almost like tissue paper. More cards. This is a card stock for you to play with here. This was Halloween Treats, was our Great American Recipes. Look what you can do with fruit cocktail. Hilton Oyster Stew. This is what I was looking for. It's coffee o'clock, but first coffee. Yes. And then I always love the quote, revolutionary vision. Look at everything as though you were seeing it either for the first time or the last time. And that is a quote from Betty Smith, the author of A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Really pretty. This is an advertisement for Stifle lamps. I don't know if you watch Antique Roadshow, but often they will have Stifle lamps on there that have really increased in value. It'll be July soon, y'all. It'll be warm, I promise. A little mini tag for you. Just remember, y'all, these pieces of paper are really, really big. These are singles that are 10 by 7.5. So a lot of paper for you to play with. This is a 1964 laminated bookmark from my friend in Charlotte sent this to me, and it's called Books Fall Open. Books fall open, you fall in, delighted where you've never been. Hear voices not once heard before. Reach world on world through door on door. Find unexpected keys to things locked up beyond imaginings. It's a lovely, lovely poem. This is from the 1983 Country Living magazine. You know, when people really did have these sorts of books in their homes. We've got some pretty papers for you. I like the colors here. You know, you've got 1983. This is ancient. I really don't know how old it is. This is 1952 French dictionary. We've got a German dictionary here, some Swedish text. I just thought these two were just funny, and I like humorous things in our books. I just thought they were cute. And because we kind of had that little cute couple, you know, on the lake, on their pier, having their coffee out of their his and hers coffee mugs. My friend Judy gave this to me. It says, "You are my anchor in life's storms." And we'll see how that kind of fits in with this, our vintage card for a wonderful husband on Valentine's Day. And this is signed Kath in 1966. This is part of the Nielsen ephemera. The fascinating Nielsen ephemera. This is to Mr. and Mrs. Harry Nielsen, 1947. More text pages for you to play with. You know, text pages are great. You can stamp on them, you can draw on them, you can use them as decoupage, you can use them for all kinds of things. I've got a fabric page in here for you, and a complete little piece that says, "I love," and then you can insert what you love. I think it's important that as you grow up and you have relationships through your life, that you don't confuse what someone else loves or likes as what you love or like, that you always are able to remember the things that you love and like. Now, I know that sounds kind of funny, you know, especially probably to young ladies, you know, because they're very defined in what they like and, you know, don't have as many life influences. But, you know, we crones have lived long enough to kind of meld our likes with the likes of children and husbands. And I think it's important to list and define and remember your favorite colors, your favorite songs, your favorite textures, your favorite foods, because those kind of get, you know, get lost as you develop relationships with, you know, with people throughout your life. We just lived a longer time, so we've developed more relationships, and that gives us the opportunity to confuse what we really like with what others really like. So, you know, just a little, I don't know where that came from, okay? So I don't know where that came from. This is a time book, and the closure, it says 24. The charm is 4 p.m. I really don't know how the wings got in here on the spine. They wanted to jump in here. I guess that's because time flies, doesn't it? And time really does fly so quickly. This, of course, is a fabric that we've had before. I've got one more little piece, y'all, that I found. So, you know, maybe one more very small book. This book is, I'll measure it right quick for you. It's kind of a boxy-ish, okay, so we've got, it's like 5 1/4 by 6 1/4. The spine is just huge, 2 1/2 on the spine here. So, and of course, you know, she's a fat mama. We love that. We love chunky girls here. Ex Libris, we start off with a little kitty cat balanced on some books. And of course, your storybook right there. What's your new story? Tell yourself a new story. A thank you note for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have been so supportive, wonderful. Your comments always cheer me up. Everything about my interaction with you guys is just positive and uplifting, and I just want to thank you for that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because there have been a lot of changes. There have been a lot of contrasts in my life the past year. particularly the past 6 months. And I just want to thank you for your kindness and your support and your wisdom and your understanding and being so supportive of the Etsy shop. I don't know how to express it. You've kind of changed my life, and I'm not exaggerating. We've got a pretty little coffee pot right here. Actually, this is a teapot because this is a tea ball, but I love the blue. I think it's so pretty. Devoted friends. A despairing man should have the devotion of his friends. Now, that is a quote from Job in the Bible. I love the quote. If you're ever feeling like you're having just a really rotten day, go read Job, and you'll understand the concept of a rotten day. It's such an interesting book in the Bible. My favorite book in the Bible, of course, is Ezekiel, because that is just that is a romp through like psychological. I don't know what was going on there, but I love Ezekiel. A little cardboard clock for you to play with. This is a yogi tea receptacle, and I did turn it upside down because I wanted you to be able to use the thing that says yogi and has the pretty leaves. Lots of things for you to play with here. Some graphic 45 paper that I am crazy about. And we do have upside down pages, y'all, but I kind of explained those in the last video. There's a lot of stuff for you to play with right here. This is a little hidden card. Oh, so scary. What are you scared of? Are you scared of owls? Are you scared of the nighttime? Are you scared of storms? Are you scared of spiders? A nice little opportunity for you to write about the things that maybe frighten you. I am extremely frightened, and I can't say frightened. It is off-putting, wind. Now, yesterday I was talking to Mama on the phone, and we were talking about Tuesday we had a rain event. Today we're having a snow event. It is just pounding down outside. Tomorrow we're having a wind event. And I was like, oh, Mama, you know, the wind just is off-putting to me. I can't really explain it. I do not know why. But she said, do you not remember what your daddy used to tell you about the wind? And I said, no, Mama. And she said, your daddy used to say that if you did not eat, you were going to blow away, and you would cry and cry and cry every time the wind blew. So there you go. That is why I don't like the wind. This is a little pocket from the from a Halloween graphic 45 package that Kathy sent along that I am crazy about. You have a little pocket here that says trick or treat, a skinny book, a nice little bit from the Eiffel Tower, some birds. We love birds. Oh my goodness, this is about a long-eared owl, a barred owl, and of course we put you an owl picture here. Isn't he pretty? He just looks wise, a wise old owl, or a wise young owl. I can't really tell. A little bit from the Farmer's Almanac. This time, we love our animal friends, and it's an article about kitty cats and donkeys and doggies and horses and things like that, and it is very, very, very sweet. This is a prairie vole. Can you imagine having a prairie vole for a pet? A little kitty cat. What did the love-struck cat say to the man of her dreams? Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? This is a great article about seeds. You know, how they spread, the maple seed, the sweet gum seed. I just thought that was crazy fascinating. The horse chestnut, which I have in my yard. My dogs, for some reason or another, really do like well, these aren't horse chestnuts that I have. They are like black chestnuts, and they'll crack them with their teeth. At first I was worried about that, and then I asked a vet, and they were like, it's fine. Gives them something natural to chew on. I love these flowers. They're burlap flowers. This is why I chose this paper. I love Edgar Allan Poe, and the Poe Museum is right down the street at my house. The Poe House is what they call it. I think the Poe Museum is in Baltimore. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. That's some good Poe right there, y'all. Good Poe stuff. More about owls, birds. I am watching the Frankenstein Chronicles. It's on Netflix. It stars Sean Bean, Anna Maxwell. I really do like it because I love Mary Shelley. And I think the whole Mary Shelley, Lord Byron, just the whole thing is just fascinating. It's an incredible look at 1818 London and the anatomy trade and the anatomy act and things like that. So I love things that are historical, drama, fiction kind of stuff. This is a key for you. It's a sticker key. It's really pretty. A clock face, a little bit about telling time. There's a neat little clock in the schoolroom it stands, and it points to the time with its two little hands. And may we, like the clock, keep a face clean and bright, with hands ever ready to do what's right. Is that not beautiful? I've never heard that before. From the 1962 Family Circle magazine, a Vapor Rub advert. What you can do to protect yourself against disease. So this is the 1942 Red Cross Nursing Manual. Chinese characters. I love this dictionary because every time it changes the alphabet, it gives you this great graphic. This is the F part of our French dictionary, 1952. Some beautiful Swedish text for you. This is from the 1950 50 Things for Boys and Girls to Do. Did you ever make a 10-cup walkie-talkie? I did. We used to do that every summer. Our awesome little vintage card spread. I thought this went really nicely with the 1962 imagery that we have going in this little insert. To tell a vision like you, you haunt me, Valentine. Isn't that neat? This is at Christmas. Best wishes, Ruth Allen. This is an unsigned Get Well Soon card featuring rabbits. I thought it was so pretty. And a lot of times I think these cards are not used because they're not signed here. But often I will find signatures on the back, but I did not find a signature on the back. So there you go, a beautiful unused vintage greeting card. Harry Nilsson ephemera from 1947. A little bit about telling time. More of the Swedish text. This is so pretty. This is E's done in different fonts right here. This is the other part of the Vapor Rub advert. Some packaging for you to play with here. More graphic 45. This is from the 1983 Country Living magazine. It's a beautiful quilt and some quilted pillows here. This looks like a little teddy bear. I forget what they called those teddy bears. Oh gosh, what were they called, y'all? They're very expensive now. I can't remember what they are. But anyway, there's another little teddy bear here for you. 1977 silver urn plant. More quilting. I have a friend that quilts, and I will tell you, I'm shocked. She just makes the most amazing things. 1962 Chef Boyardee advert from Family Circle magazine. This is from the 1983 Country Living magazine. I just thought that all of the foods canned were so beautiful, y'all. And Great American Recipes. Let's see what this is. I cut that one off too. I think this is 1970. Yeah, it is. It's 1977 right here. These are just some food articles for you. Local food starts in your front yard. We have some neighbors that plant in their front yard, and it's really remarkable to watch their plants grow. I mean, they don't grow in their backyard. They grow in their front yard. Really super cool. I just love all these pictures of old houses. I love these exposed beams. They're just so darn pretty. And a little bit, to me, this had like a steampunk vibe to it. So got you a little steampunk wings and a light bulb right there. I love this black paper. It takes a Posca pen really well, a white Posca really well. This says, always believe something wonderful is about to happen. And I did put one of our Tim Holtz umbrella guys here because he's just so cool. Inky papers for you to play with. A few more of the burlap flowers. I like texture. This is a pleather, and this is some Tim Holtz grunge board, so you can kind of get a feel for that. 1962 Family Circle magazine, a little bit of fashion for you. Do you remember when people wore these tassel things? Tassels are back in, y'all. I was in Florida late last year, early last year, and there were tassels like on everything. This is from the J. Peterman catalog, talking about this jacket, which I just really do love. And since we were talking about jackets, I thought this one was very interesting from a fashion magazine. Has dominoes on it, a fabric element for you. This is a shadow of the cover of this book here. More 62 fashion accessories for your spring. A lovely scarf. Really super cool. Inky papers for you. I am so looking forward to it getting warm so I can do some more inky papers. A dress form from our friend Donna. More of the graphic 45. This time featuring a dress form right here too. So there we have it, you guys. 2 new journals. And like I said, I'll have those in the shop this morning or early this afternoon. Remember that it is about graduation time, and lots of people do love books for graduation, especially nerdy people like me and you. We like things like that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Love y'all bunches. See you later. Bye.